Welcome to Sunday Night Live at 7 family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Derek Gant. I am the financial consultant with over 30 years of experience. We were always in the marketplace to help people figure out how to not only manage their money, but most importantly, how to keep more of what they make. We're here on our personal brand 24K Life Code. And the 24K Life is all about how to take the five core pillars of your life, the five core pillars: your relationships, your money, your mindset, your physical body. So staying in great shape. And of course, your spirituality, and figuring out how to balance this at a high level. And it is extremely difficult to do. It's very difficult to be on top on every one of those areas at all times. I mean, it's almost impossible to be there all the time. But with 24K Life and the 24K Life Code, we know that it is possible if you put the right habits into place. So we're talking about how you can start to reimagine, who you are. And even if you know, like Karen from Virginia, hi Karen, how are you? Even though you know who you are, you might need to reimagine how you present yourself. And I'm not saying that you need to change anything, but you might need to change the way or adjust the way that you're perceived. There's a few ways to figure that out, right? You can ask other people how you're perceived. What do they think of you? What are their attributes? That's an assessment, which we can talk about a little bit later. But tonight we're talking about how to unlock your 24K Life Code. And we're going to talk about it from the perspective of locking in. So, hey, Scott, the money makers from Virginia. Also, we got a couple people from Virginia. Scott, meet Karen. Karen's from Virginia as well. Karen, meet Scott. Scott, the money maker. That's what I call him. But Scott Maker, Coach Dawn is definitely in the house. She needs a dose of the 24K Life perseverance, the grit, the attitude. But listen, here's the thing. We're talking about how to unlock your personal greatness, and I'm saying to you that you might have to not change anything about yourself, because everybody that's on here right now, we already know that you're authentic. We know you roll in your best self, but how are you perceived? Let me give you an example. I'm perceived as being a really nice, thoughtful person. I'm not perceived as the athlete that used to rip somebody's helmet off and be mean and aggressive and take charge type guy, but I have that in me as well. And so, I think that sometimes we have to take a step back, and we have to take a serious look at what we're doing and how we're perceived at what we're doing, and make sure that the perception that people are holding on to is what we want them to see. So, what if I said to you, we need to remake our image? What if I said we need to remake our image? You're too nice. Society is too soft. And I will tell you that I've been guilty of folding into the softness of society by not saying clearly what's on my mind or what people need to know or do in order to elevate and change their life. Hi, Tara. How are you today? And so, I remember distinctly going to college and taking my private school persona to a public college with a bunch of other premium athletes that didn't go to private school. They didn't appreciate the political correctness. They didn't appreciate, hey, Kobe, they didn't appreciate the politically correct stuff, the softness that comes with being in a private school. So I had to shake that persona and let the dog come out. Let's just be honest. I had to let the dog come out in order to survive, and not only just survive, but to thrive. So why am I digging into this tonight, Sunday night live at 7, as we move into this week of personal greatness? I think that most of us have said yes to so many things outside of us to the detriment of saying yes to ourselves internally. And I think that we need to start to say no. And I think we need a makeover. Scott, I think we need a makeover. I think we need to let people know with emphatically what your value is, what you're capable of. And forget what you're capable of, but what you're doing. Let me tell you a story. So there was this guy I met, and this was many years ago, probably about 15 years ago. And he managed a family office. And this family office, had a little bit less than $80 million in the family. It was a rich family. And he managed all of their affairs. And at the end of the year, he told me, he goes, well, at the end of the year, I write an I love me letter. I said, you write an I love me letter or I love you all letter? No, I love me letter. And I said, okay, well, what does that mean? Hi, Angela. And he said, this I love me letter goes through everything important that I did over the course of the year so that the family could see all of the great things that I did, because I was getting ready to hit them in the pocket for a significant pay raise. I was getting ready to hit them in the pocket for a significant pay raise. I need to remind them of how valuable I am to them monetarily, time-wise, and all the other things that go into managing several families. So a family office is not just one family. It might be one family, but it's generations of a family. And he managed this office. So I'm here to help you figure out how to tap into, right? And so my title, lock in to unlock your 24K life code. So let's talk about the 24K life code first, and then we're going to talk about locking in to unlock. So the 24K life, as I've already mentioned, is about you finding out what you need to show the world on a consistent basis your greatness. How can I show the world that I am a great communicator, that I am a solid person, that I deliver on what I promise, that they are going to be better with me than without me? How many of you in your current situation, and it could be your relationship, it could be your work, it could be with your kids, how many of you by go ahead and say yes me, know that you're not being valued at where you are? You know that you're not being valued where you are. People are asking for discounts on your coaching. People are hemming and hawing. Your boss doesn't recognize your greatness. You've been passed over for that promotion. Your kids take you for granted. How many of you say yes, me too, fall in that position? I want to know. Show me. You can even give me some hearts if you want to show me by giving me some hearts, because I know that you're here because you're looking for that thing that's going to help you to get to the next best, bigger thing. Why else would you be here? Because I'm not the kicks and giggles type dude. And you've been here. Everybody this commenting has been here before. So you know what to expect. You know what you're going to get. You may not know exactly how deep we're going to go or where we're going to go, but you know what we're going to get. And so I'm saying to you that if you know, yes, Karen, yes, Tara, yes, Kobe, that you're being undervalued, and you know that you have these amazing qualities, and yes, we all are doing more work. I work constantly on being an improved, better version of Derek. I told a client on Friday, she is doing an amazing job in our coaching, in our money coaching program. Still has, $20,000 of debt to get rid of, but she has $10,000 in cash. She has $3,000 in her vacation fund. She has $1,000 in her home repair fund. So when she came to us, she had $0 and well over $30,000 of debt. In less than 2 years, she's turned the corner. And I told her, as she looked at me on Zoom, and I'm telling her how we need to make sure we stay focused. right? We can't get too excited about having this money in the bank. I told her, I said, let me tell you something. Future you is thanking you for doing what you're doing right now. Future you is thanking you for making better decisions. And what I'm saying to you right now is future you needs you to step up right now to elevate where you are right now so that future you can succeed, so that future you can get the benefits of the decisions that you're making right now. So how do we plan on doing this? So we did a challenge last year, the end of last year, and we're going to do another challenge. And we're going to do another challenge because not of the word challenge. I don't even like the word challenge, but we're going to lock in. And so here's what happens when you lock in. When you lock in, you innately block out the bullshit. You block out the noise, right? Or you're not locked in. So let me ask you this question. When is the last time that you totally focused on something, and that's locking in? You totally focused on something, and it took you weeks or months or even a year to get. You locked in. You said, I'm going to do this. I know my sister does it all the time. All the time. She wanted a sexy 60 birthday party. She sent out invites a year ahead of time because she had key people that she wanted to lock in and have them start to save so that they could join her in celebrating this monumentous occasion that was important to her. And let me tell you something. I've never seen anything like it. She had over 24 people during Christmas holiday, that spent thousands of dollars, that spent a week outside the holiday to go out of the country to hang out with her and celebrate her birthday. It was amazing. It was amazing because most of the time we don't get to see that kind of love because, we're dead. People come to your funeral and they cry about how great you were, but you're dead. So you don't get to see it. She got to see it. And that's what we're talking about here. So we're talking about this. We're saying, look, it's time to lock in. And I don't believe that it's going to take you longer than 90 days of complete and utter focus, 3 months of complete focus, getting your mind together, getting your routine together, getting your body together. And mostly getting your body and your mind together is getting your money together, is getting your communications together. So we're going to spend the next 90 days in a private group locking in. And all of us have different goals. I have different goals. Everybody has a different set of goals that they're locking into. But we've organized this second challenge. Actually, it's not the second one, but the first one of 2024 to help people lock in. Because here's what I believe. I believe that if you focus for 90 days and that you get your routine together and that you get your mindset together, that the rest of your year will be incredibly amazing. It will be incredibly amazing. I can tell you when I locked in, I made more money this year. What is this, the 14th? It's the 14th. I made more money this year than I did last quarter. I made more money this year. So in 14 days, I've made more money in 14 days than I have all last quarter. And the reason why is because I spent last quarter focused, locked in, completely dialed into the challenge. And by getting my mind right, by getting my body right, by getting my habits right, it resulted in having more energy. It resulted in having more focus. It resulted in having more conversations at a higher level. Don't you want higher level conversations? Don't you want to talk to your boss on a higher level conversation versus the normal BS, normal begging? We don't want to beg. So we want to disappear for 90 days. We want to turn inward for 90 days. We want to block out the noise for 90 days. And I want you to show up and return and rise like the phoenix. I'm not saying you're not going to go to work for 90 days. I'm not saying that you're going to completely and utterly disappear from your family's life. We're saying that when you lock in to what it really takes, that could be sending out 2 resumes every day. That could be going to the gym every other day. That could be a multitude of opportunities that you're falling short on, that you need to elevate. And I promise you, I'm going to guarantee you that your life will be better. I'm going to guarantee it. I will personally guarantee that you lock in with us with some accountability for 90 days, that your life is going to be better. And here's the key. When your life is better and you're the nucleus of all the people around you, my sister is the nucleus of all those 24 people that showed up to celebrate her birthday. Karen is the nucleus of all the people that are constantly pulling on her. And so is Scott the Moneymaker, and so is Coach Dawn, and so is Tara, and so is Angela. People are feeding on you, and you have not grown because you've been letting people feed on you without focusing on yourself. So we're going to learn how to say no. And we're going to learn how to say yes to ourselves. We're going to lock in. We're going to tap in, lock in, and we're going to figure out how we operate best. So let me tell you this much. I know that I operate way better in the morning. Okay. I operate better at 6 a.m. than I do 6 p.m. Right. That means I'm not going to go to the gym at 6 p.m. because I operate better at 6 a.m. I know that any important meeting that I need to have, or any important phone call, any important conversation I need to have, is not going to happen at 6 p.m. I don't operate at that well later in the day. So don't do things that don't serve you. See, most of us, and I really want to say most of you, because I'm not talking to you, Scott, but most of everybody else that I can see this actually said hello, are women. And you all are so incredibly giving, and you give to the detriment of your own growth. And I'm not saying that that's wrong. What I'm saying is that at some point, you're going to wear yourself out. It's evident. It's proven. You're going to wear yourself out. So what we need to do is go back and recalibrate. We need to recalibrate. We need to give to ourselves first. We need to learn how to give to ourselves first, and then we can give to everybody else. What if I said you come back, you rise like the phoenix, you don't say a word, but everybody can tell that you're different? Everyone can tell there's a better you. You can tell you're a better you. No excuses, but you're going to come back stronger, more receptive, more flowing, more magical, more magnetic. And that's what we're talking about. Now, you don't need us to do this. You don't need 24K Life to do this. But it's easier when you're with a group of people that are like-minded. You ever heard of mass hysteria? It's mass hysteria because one person goes off and it connects the next person and the next person. Before you know it, the crowd is going off the rails. You've heard stories about that. We have political stories about that right now. This is mass hysteria. So we want to create mass hysteria of value. We want to create mass hysteria of you improving your personal worth, your personal value, so that you can go back into those spaces. And let's be clear. There's some spaces you won't go back into because you should never be in those spaces to begin with. And you have to learn how to say yes to yourself and no to others. And those are the things that we're going to be doing. Those are the things that we're going to be practicing. We have a cadre, a group, a cohort of coaches that are going to be presenting inside information, things that you can do, that you should be doing in order to elevate your life. Aren't you tired of just getting by? Mediocrity is so much bullshit. When you don't want to know, you want to know why you're uncomfortable? Just in your own skin, is because you're capable of amazing greatness, but somehow you're continuously accepting this mediocrity. That's why you're unequally yoked with who you are and what you're doing. So let's figure that out. Let's figure it out together and let's grow. So many of us have these trials and tribulations that we let ruin and master our mindsets. And I was just talking to a young man who's been struggling with an injury since March. And he's a young man. He's a young dude, like high school senior. And he's struggling with this injury. And, what we try to tell him, myself and a couple other people in his inner circle, is that every little bit works in your favor. Every little thing that you can do in your own life to elevate is critical to your success. It's critical to your healing. It's critical. And what I think most of us forget is that we've all been injured in some way. We've all been injured. Maybe it's divorce. For me, I've had all the injuries, right? I got injured in college and playing sports, and I broke my leg. I ripped my knee apart. I tore my hamstring. But let me tell you something. Quitting was never an option. It's never an option. It's what do I need to do next? And that's why I'm able to come to you the way I do week in and week out with these non-sports attitudes about you improving your life, because if you choose to give up, hey, Tommy Barron, he says, control your thoughts and be positive. And it's easy said, tough to do, but that's what we're talking about. We're talking about setting your mindset. We're talking about group mentality, right? If you get into a group of positive-minded people like Tommy, right? And Angela says she's learned to say no thanks to Coach Don. She's one of our coaches inside the 24K Life community. But if you get in a group of accountable people doing amazing things and you hear amazing stories every week, then you figure out, I'm just as amazing. I just need to keep pushing forward. You're just as amazing. Keep stretching. Keep stretching. Sit your ass down and stretch. Push yourself. Push yourself so nobody else has to push you. And keep the faith. I put a video up. If you want to see a stupid video, I posted a video today up on YouTube on my shorts. I'm in the hot tub. It's 2 degrees outside. The wind's blowing, so it's -10. And I walk outside with my underwear on. I get in the jacuzzi and I get out and I close it up, but I put a video out. And the video really is like, there's no such thing as -10 degrees that's going to stop me from becoming the great Derek that I know I need to become. And I get in the jacuzzi because I work out hard and I'm old, so I need my joints to loosen up. So then I come in the house and stretch so that I can walk up and down stairs without pain or with less pain. I get in the ice tub, which is also outside in the -2 degree weather. I didn't do it today. I did it yesterday. And I don't want to get in the jacuzzi. I don't want to work out. I wish I could pop a pill and be fit as fuck. Did I say that? Fit as a fiddle. I wish I could take a pill and be fit as a fiddle, but it ain't going to happen. So if you're lying to yourself and you're thinking, woe is me, you're not going to get better. You got to dig in. This is what premium, high-performing people do. They dig in and they perform at a high level. And I know that you are a high performer. I know Tommy is a high performer. I know Karen and Coach Dawn and DJ and Tara and Kobe. I know these people. I know these people, right? I know these people. They're high performers. You're a high performer. Step in, lock in, and if you want to be a part of our next challenge, then message us, message me, say, I'm in. Just say, I'm in. We'll send you the links. We'll send you the mobile app so that you can tap in and that you can lock in. Because here's the thing, finally, and I'm going to let you go. Here's the thing. When we talk about cracking the code, okay, lock in to unlock your code. I was starting to tell you how I have tapped into my own code. I don't do things that I don't want to do anymore. I would go get people from the airport because they were friends and say, hey, can you come pick me up? I would go to the store for everybody and everybody that would ask me. I would loan money out that I knew wasn't a loan. It was a gift, and I'd never see it back, and I'd get frustrated. I'd get mad, right? And you put yourselves in these positions, right? I bought the big house for the wrong reasons. So now I'm focused on doing what's best for Derek, because the more I do what's best for me and the more I tap into where I operate the best, if it doesn't feel good when I say it, if it doesn't feel good when somebody asks me, if it doesn't feel good, I'm saying no. Because what we're learning, if you're paying attention, that if you really want to excel, you have to consistently be on a positive surfboard that's going higher. You've got to be constantly going higher. And if you're constantly going higher and then the next day you go lower and you go lower because you said yes to something that was against your own plan, that's why you haven't been able to get where you want to get to. So this client that I was telling you about a little bit ago that saved this money, that's gotten herself in a great, much better, not great, but better financial shape. She rolled her eyes when I told her future you is thanking current you for making the sacrifice for their life to be better. She rolled her eyes. And I said, oh, do you want to stop? Do you want to stop? Because future you, like right now, is thanking old you last year when you signed up to work with us. She's thanking the shit out of you for finding Derek and his money team to get you in better financial shape. And she just looked, she smiled, and she goes, yeah, no, I don't want to stop. I want future me to be proud of me. I want future me to be better than I am right now. So what do you want? Do you want people to see your value and you can get that raise without going to beg for it? That you can get those things that you need just like that, because it's who you are. It's the vibration that you're putting out. Last week, we talked about that. We talked about the law of action and the law of attraction. And we need a vibration that automatically pulls in the opportunities that are best for us. Automatically pulls in the opportunities that are best for us. Hey, does anybody have a question? If you do, now's the time to ask it, because we're getting ready to sign off. I do these Sunday night lives at 7 so that you can have something to think about while you sleep tonight, so that when you wake up tomorrow, you know that you're going to take something out, or that you're going to add something to your plate that's going to improve your life. It's going to make you better. It may not make it easier right now. Getting in that jacuzzi was not easy. Walking outside in -2 degrees is not easy. But I did it anyway. I might have had to talk myself into doing it, but let me tell you something. I was talking away. Come on, Derek, you got to get out there. You know your knees hurt when you go up and down stairs. You know your knees hurt. Go loosen up so you can go stretch. Stretch so your knees won't hurt. Get in this ice tub so you reduce inflammation. You know you can't stand the ice tub, but we got to do it. And that's the way I talk to myself. We got to do it. 24K, baby. Are you 24K? Let's go. DJ, keep your head up. Keep fighting, stay focused, and you're not focused on the pain. You're not focused on the injury. You're not focused on the lack. You're focused on, I am getting better and better every day in every way, every day in every way. And that goes for each and every one of us. Be well. I'm Derek Gant. Be your best. Bring your best. Leave nothing to chance. Have an amazing week, everybody. Hey, if you want in, Kobe says can't do it. Does that mean you're not in, Kobe, or you can't do something else that I said? All right, let me know. So if anybody has any questions, if you have some help, you need some help. We're focusing on eliminating debt this year, meaning that we're helping clients, our money clients, we're helping them focus on eliminating debt. And if you need some help getting your game face together, let me know. You're welcome. Oh, pain of ice. Kobe, I'm telling you, you say you can't do it, but I promise you, the love that your body feels the next day when you wake up from doing an ice bath, I'm telling you, it's amazing. It makes me keep doing it because I can't stand it either, but I'm telling you, it works. If you're hurting, it works. Anybody else? Tara, thank you. Thank you. Tara, you're gonna roll with us the next 90 days. You get to set your own plan. We're gonna have everybody setting their own plan up. So just join us for a Zoom call next Sunday at 6 p.m. We're gonna lay out all of the rules and what it takes, and then we're gonna get started. All right. Thank you, Tara. I'm glad. Keeping the faith and staying the course. Only God has the final say. That's from Coach Don. That's it, Coach Don. Only God. Only God. Every day and every way, you're getting better and better, everybody. Be well.
Yeah, it's time to live your life. Derek Gant, show them how to take it to the highest height. Hey, this is more than financial advice. Show you how to take control. Time to get your money right. Money management, I know that we all need financial independence. Yeah, it seems out of reach, but you can make it happen. Now it's time for some action, helping you with your finances. Yeah, we got a passion. Hey, ain't no limit. Now it's time to get it. You deserve to have a life how you wanna live it. Secrets to success. Now it's time to get it right. Yeah, I'm talking all about that 24K life. Let's go. This the vibe. For real, I'm trying to tell you. Tell me if you ready to take it to the next level. Derek Gant, talking fitness and investment. Change your mindset and show you how it's all connected. Ain't no need to hesitate or delay. Only way to live life is a 24K. Hey, Derek Gant, let them know. Let's go.
Have a good night, everybody. Be well.